I picked up these earbuds because of their innovative design. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I just picked up these earbuds. You can see the green light is on because I just charged them up. And I picked them up because they actually look like this new pair of earbuds from Bose. And the Bose earbuds are kind of innovative in the way they hang on your ear. And for me, earbuds have never really hung in my ear very well because I have some crazy shaped ears that are flat against my head. But I actually thought that the Bose little clamp-on style earbuds look like they would be better for a number of reasons. But they're $300. Ain't nobody got that kind of money. I'm sure they're pretty good, but for $25 I found these and they have a similar design and I thought, man, this might actually be a really great pair of earbuds. Now, the first thing I want to show you is they do come in this little case. It's pretty cheap plastic, a little LED light right there, USB-C port on the back there to charge it up. If I flip it open here, I get the earbuds and as you can see, they kind of look like melted dumbbells and they have an LED on the front there. Maybe a little hard to see. They have a rubberized coating here, but they kind of look like a nose ring and they have kind of a big portion, a big piece. I think this is where the battery is. You can see the little connectors on the bottom here. And then on the smaller side, I think this is the earbud itself. And looks like we have a little button right there. Looks like we have a button on both of them. So the way these will connect is you will kind of put them like the little piece in your ear, and then you'll wrap the big piece around the back of your ear, and hopefully I have compatible earlobes, otherwise I'm going to have to upgrade to a new design. I'm not actually sure if they're supposed to go up high or low. Because they're kind of tight, I actually think they're supposed to go up kind of high. So I'm going to try to put them up top here. Alright, I think I've got them on the way they are supposed to be. I will tell you what, the thinnest part of my ear, which is right here, is kind of where they have to go on because there's too much lobe down here, too much Lisa lobe. Stay! And you've got to kind of bridge that. Now, if they were longer, had a bigger loop, then you could probably hang them down here, but I think that's the way they go in. Now, what I want to show you here is I'm putting my finger in my ear to prove a point that the earbud itself is actually not in your ear hole or in the ear canal. That's actually wide open, and that's actually reason number one that I was intrigued by these, because I really like bone conduction headphones because I can sit at my desk, work, and if someone's like, hey Pete, or if I'm out walking and there's a car coming by, I can hear it, or if I'm about to be attacked by a quiet mountain lion that's wearing a bell around its neck, I can hear that too. So I like having open ears, but being able to listen to when I want to, so I don't have to pull out earbuds and be like, what's going on, or go into that invisibility mode or whatever you have to do. So these can just kind of be on all the time. Now, they are a little bit tight. I wouldn't say they're uncomfortable, but I'm kind of curious what it will be like to have just that little bit of pressure on your earlobe over a few hours, you know, over a long period of time, even a full day. So, you know, I think they have to be somewhat tight or at least somewhat firm so that you don't lose them when you're being active. Now, the other thing I don't know is how you pair these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and I've got an old iPhone here and I'm just going to pull up the Bluetooth setting here and I'm going to hold down the power button that's on the outside on the big piece of the lobe here. Okay, I just heard this one turn on. I'm going to do this one too. Something comes up that says TWS. I'm not sure if you can see it there, but it says TWS. I think we are connected, and I'm just going to go to the music here and just play a little something. And I'm playing a little AC/DC, Shook Me All Night Long. And I want to do a couple things here. I've got my boom mic set up right at me, and I've got them playing actually like 75% volume right now, and that is not too loud. The little piece is the speaker. I do have these playing right now, so what I wanted to do is let you experience what it's going to be like to sit a few feet away from me while I'm listening to something, and I'm not sure if you can hear anything. I don't have any other sounds going on here at the moment, but I'm going to go ahead and crank this all the way up now. All right, I don't know if you can hear that. Now I'm back down to 50% volume. I will tell you what, 50% is probably just a little background noise to me. And the problem is that the speakers are on these little pieces here, and there's a pretty big gap. They're kind of blasting into the air around there, and your ear canal is picking up some of that. When I do push these a little closer to my ear hole, I can definitely hear it better. It sounds a little bit more like normal earbuds. I actually wonder if the way they are directing it could be improved a little bit so it's aimed a little bit better at the ear canal, but it's okay. It just sounds a little tinny, and it just sounds a little bit like you're listening to an earbud, but pulled slightly away from your ear. And if I crank up the volume to 75%, this is where I can really hear it, but I'm not getting any of that bass. Like I said, very tinny, like there's just a gap between you and where your earbud is supposed to be. But that's kind of the point here, is that they are away from your ear so that you don't ever have to actually take them off. So if I just pause this and I'm like, oh yeah, tell me about your day, or let me hear about your feelings, or whatever it might be, then you can do that and you don't have to remove them to be able to hear. There's nothing blocking your ear. The other thing I like about them is that they're very secure. I mean, maybe like I said, overly secure. They're starting to get not uncomfortable, but just a little bit more pressure than is like totally invisible to me. The other thing I want to do with these is actually see if they will work as a microphone. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull up the audio recorder here, because I'm not going to make a phone call, but I actually want to see if there's a microphone on here or if it's using the microphone on here. So I'm going to hide the phone as I'm recording under the table here, and then we will see what kind of audio it picks up. So I have the phone separated from me by the tabletop, and I'm just talking in a normal voice, and hopefully the microphone on these earbuds is picking up everything. You be the judge. All right, so what I can tell you is that it does absolutely use a microphone on here, so you can take phone calls, participate in Zoom calls. One of the things that I actually like about this is your ears may stick out a little bit more than mine, or maybe my face is a little bit more swollen than the average pumpkin, but you can't really see them all that well. If you do see them, maybe they look a little bit like earrings or ear decoration or something, so they don't stick out like a big set of headphones. So if you are doing a Zoom call or Teams meeting or a web conference, these might actually be a great way to actually do that without having a lot of extra equipment on yourself. Now, do I love these? The audio quality isn't great. It does come with this little charging case. That's pretty nice. And they do allow me to kind of replace bone conduction headphones. And so I don't have anything covering my ear, so I think they're safer. The audio quality isn't great. They aren't super comfortable. I wonder if the Bose set maybe improves on that. But the difference is $300 for those Bose headphones, $25 for these. So if you are looking for something that will allow you to put these on, a little bit of a faff to do it, but once you get them on, they can just sit there and be able to hear everything, stay safe, and get the audio that you need, especially if you're listening to podcasts or spoken audio. Music, you're not going to get really fully immersed in it. But if you really want to listen to that audiobook or that podcast while you're working, these could be a great alternative. If you want to pick these up, I'll put a link to them in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.